Have you ever wondered how a man of humble beginnings could become the Emperor of France and then lose it all? Enter Napoleon Bonaparte, a Corsican by birth who would rise to rule an empire. His early life was far from royal, filled with hardship and struggle. But through a combination of ambition, intelligence, and opportunity, he ascended the ranks of the French military and political scene. So, how did this Corsican boy become the French emperor, and what led to his downfall? Born in Corsica, a small island off the coast of France, Napoleon Bonaparte's story is a testament to the power of ambition and determination. His journey began in the humble surroundings of his birthplace, but his extraordinary intellect and relentless drive led him to the prestigious mainland, where he attended a French military school. Napoleon was a quick study, mastering military strategies and tactics at an astonishing pace. His intellect was matched by his courage and leadership abilities, qualities that would serve him well in the turbulent years to come. The French Revolution, a period of radical social and political upheaval in France, was a tumultuous time that shook the very foundations of the country. It was during this time that Napoleon truly made his mark. He took an active role in the revolution, not just as a participant, but as a leader. His military prowess was evident during the siege of Toulon, where his strategic genius shone brightly. This was a turning point in his career, catapulting him from relative obscurity to the limelight of the military elite. Then came the coup of 18 Brumaire, an event that marked the end of the French Revolution and the beginning of Napoleon's rise to power. He seized control of the government, effectively making him the most powerful man in France. With his strategic genius and unyielding determination, Napoleon became the first consul of France, paving the way for his future role as emperor. In 1804, Napoleon Bonaparte crowned himself Emperor of France, marking the beginning of a new era. This was not just a title change but a seismic shift in French society. Napoleon, ever the strategist, quickly moved to consolidate his power. His reign brought about a series of reforms that would forever change France and indeed, the world. The most significant of these was the Napoleonic Code. This comprehensive legal framework replaced the patchwork of laws that had previously governed French society. It emphasized equality of all male citizens before the law, property rights, and secularism, setting the groundwork for modern legal systems across the globe. But Napoleon was not just a domestic reformer. He was a conqueror with an insatiable appetite for expansion. His armies swept across Europe, securing victory after victory. The battles of Austerlitz and Jena in particular stood as shining examples of his military genius. At Austerlitz, he outsmarted the combined forces of Austria and Russia, and at Jena, he crushed Prussia, further solidifying his rule over the continent. Yet, despite these triumphs, Napoleon's reign was not without its challenges. His relentless pursuit of power and expansion began to strain his resources and his relationships with other European powers. This, coupled with his increasingly autocratic rule, began to stir discontent within and outside his empire. But as Napoleon expanded his empire, he also sowed the seeds of his downfall. At the height of his power, Napoleon made a series of mistakes that would lead to his downfall. His first misstep, a catastrophic Russian campaign in 1812, was marked by a brutal winter and logistical nightmares. Napoleon's Grand Army started with nearly 500,000 men, but returned with a mere fraction of that, a grim testament to the harsh Russian winter and relentless guerrilla warfare. Following this disaster, Napoleon's grip on Europe began to slip. His defeat at the Battle of Leipzig, often referred to as the Battle of Nations, was a crushing blow. It was one of the largest conflicts in European history, and it marked a turning point in Napoleon's reign. The coalition of Allied forces had proven to be too much for Napoleon's dwindling army. In April 1814, Napoleon was forced to abdicate the throne, exiled to the small island of Elba. But this was not the end for the determined Bonaparte. He escaped and returned to power during a period known as the 100 Days. However, his return was short-lived. His final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in June 1815 was the end of Napoleon's rule as Emperor of the French. The coalition's victory led to his second and final abdication. In the end, Napoleon Bonaparte, the emperor who once ruled much of Europe, was exiled to St. Helena, where he spent the last years of his life.